Time to talk about some hoops. Michael Jordan, he's been talking to people on NBC. He said the second greatest basketball player of all time said, I never wanted to miss a game. Well, actually, I'll let you guys listen on his take on load management. I was going to say Michael Jordan is full of shit until he said it was a competitive thing with the dude up there. So I'm about to say, you didn't care that he came or paid his hard-earned money. You didn't care when people got shot over your shoes. But I think it's definitely a competitive thing. He's a sick competitor.
I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than PrizePicks. Football season is here and basketball season is here, so there's absolutely no better time to join. It's super easy to use. To create a lineup, all you got to do, select a few player stats, pick more or less. That's literally it. PrizePicks is available in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Georgia. But my favorite thing, PrizePicks is going to give you $50 in lineups when you make your first $5 lineup. What's that mean? Win or lose, you get $50 in lineups for free. Just download the app and use promo code Speakeasy today. $5 gets you $50 in lineups. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. I love Jordan saying this. Completely different era, but I love Jordan saying this. If you look at Jordan, played 82 games of rookie year, 82 games third, 82 games fourth, 81 games fifth, 82 games sixth, 82 games seventh, 80 games eighth, 78 games ninth, 82 games 11th, 82 games 12th, 82 games 13th. His last year played all 82.
Wow.
So, if the GOAT can do it, you can do it, Kawhi Leonard. If the GOAT can do it, you can do it, whoever the hell you are. Now, the difference for me is I get that it's era specific, but if we're being real, players these days have gotten soft across all sports. Bro, I remember when I was in college, my freshman year, we had real two-a-days. T, you remember real two-a-days. Real two-a-day, T, give me that look. T, give me that look.
My rookie year.
We had real two-a-days. Real two-a-days, if I don't know the age of y'all watching the chat, you would practice in full pads twice. So much so that your pants were still wet, and your pads were still wet, and your jerseys were still wet.
What was your rookie year?
My rookie year in the league was 2012. I said my freshman year in 08.
Acho,
what happened?
I promise you, my rookie year in the league, the fourth day, I couldn't walk.
Oh.
I got out the bed. I couldn't even touch my knees.
Wow.
First day, double day. Second day, double day. Third day, double day. The fourth day, I got out the bed. I was like, how am I going to run?
Yeah.
I couldn't even walk. And I was like, bro, ain't no way the NFL is like this.
Yeah. So it's fair to say.
That's why your teammate was calling your ass soft. That's why he was like, TJ, you want your soft ass to get in the game today? You wasn't making it through them two-a-days.
Bruh, it's fair to say athletes these days are soft. I was the athlete that literally experienced the transition between the change we have to be hard to the next year. I was like, oh, wait a second. Yeah. Then two-a-days became that second practice had to be a walkthrough. So they still called it two-a-days, but that second practice, no pads and no contact. Yeah. It's now just a walkthrough. And so this new generation is like, man, we got it tough, bro. Two-a-days. Hell no. Y'all don't know two-a-days. And to me, that's the NBA right now.
So what do you get from a walkthrough?
You get the mental reps without the physical contact.
It's just mental reps. They're not breaking you down physically. This is the thing, though, with Michael Jordan. Back then, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm all for the players with load management because we didn't see guys playing 20 years when Jordan was playing.
Thanks.
So now, that's 6 more years of LeBron or Vince Carter, all these players. If you one of them type players, let's just say on the low end, 6 extra years, that's $300 million.
Imagine if Larry Bird got the load management.
You mean to tell me if I could load management, I miss 15 games a season. I play 67. And I'm going to make an extra $250 million? I might miss 20.
But what about the integrity of the game, though, T?
I'm not missing games because I don't want to play. I'm missing games so that I can stay healthy. Because the guys that are playing 82 games, they not playing 15, 16, 17, 18 years.
But here the problem
is. They not.
What I respect about MJ, and I heard this MJ story before, this was long before this interview. MJ said that he would always get dressed to go to and leave games because he didn't know if that would be the only time somebody ever saw Michael Jordan. And what I respect about Jordan is he played all 82 for that person in section 224, you know what I mean, row Z. But he did. At the end of the day, Jordan's like, this might be the only time you see Jordan.
You feel sorry
it wasn't a thing though back then. Though, if Jordan played in this era, he would sit for a couple of games.
I don't agree because I don't think Kobe would load manage.
When did the load management start? Did it start with Kawhi when he was in San Antonio? Is that where it started?
Correct.
Nah.
Yeah, it did. Kawhi made it famous.
People were
Who started the load management?
Kawhi popularized it. He popularized it in like 16, 17, 18.
Yeah.
Kawhi popularized
it. Can you imagine load management in football? I played with broke bones in my back. Didn't miss a game. I didn't miss a game. I had the transverse process. I had 4 cracked bones. Didn't miss one game. In the first play of the game, Carson threw me a hitch, and it was kind of high. I was like, oh, we was playing the Steelers. I'm like, oh, he about to fuck me. I was so nervous. Caught that bitch and came down. Oh, excuse my language.
Yeah, you didn't finish that. You didn't finish that sentence.
Fuck me up.
Thank you.
I got smacked.
Yeah.
Ike Taylor for sure smacked me.
Yeah.
But, you take that shot, you good to about the third quarter. Yeah. But ain't no load management.
Hold on. He got to drink to that.
Ain't no load management.
Wait.
I was trying to let him cook. But that was actually TJ, no bullshit. No bullshit. I'm not gonna do it to you. And so somebody's going to clip that.
Yeah.
Somebody is going to clip that. As much as I would love to and put you on blast, somebody is going to clip that.
Y'all should clip that right now.
You did it to yourself, bro. Like your kids was gonna be disappointed in the first one you had.
I'm too old for this, man.
This one you might not be able to come home tonight. They might tell you to stay your ass up here in the hotel. You can't come home tonight.
The Orange County Inn. He got
it's over with.
That was bad.
You might as well not even head back to DC.
Hey,
that was crazy.
I'm too old for this, but man. Yeah, I gotta stop.
There's no recovering from that.
Yeah, that was tough.
But I'm sorry, y'all.
That was tough.
But to the load management point though, the fact is players are getting hurt at a higher rate now than they were.
Facts.
So you have to. If the issue is load management, the issue is fans want to see him. All of these different things that y'all brought up. To me, that responsibility falls on the NBA. It's not the player. Shorten the season. As much, I'm a huge NBA fan. I wish there was 100 games in the season. If your players are getting hurt, we can call them soft. We can call them, just not of it. You got to shorten the season.
But to me, how you going to reconstruct the entirety of the NBA because players got soft?
Because the game changed.
And you know why it's load management?
Look, I can agree.
Did they add more minutes to the game? Did they add more quarters to the game?
They added spacing to the floor. They added a 3-point shot where people are running. I want you to turn on a game of basketball in 1984, and I want you to compare it to what you see on a day-to-day basis out here. I want you to compare the Achilles injuries back in 1980s versus what we're seeing now. Players are playing closer to the floor. They're playing with lower centers of gravity. They're running actions off ball that were not happening before. You couldn't even play zone defense in the 90s. You couldn't play, bro. Illegal defense rule. You could literally not play help defense that we have now because of off-ball screens. But there's so much more nuance to the game of basketball.
Here's why it's weak. Because you don't think they do the same thing in football? We for sure spaced the football field out way more than back then. Right back then, it was just a cloud of smoke. It was 11 on 11. Ain't nobody passing. There wasn't even a forward pass.
Facts.
Now we use all 53 in the third.
That's fine.
Now we got somebody way the hell out wide. Somebody way the hell out wide.
How many superstars have had torn ACLs? How many
superstar
players have season-ending injuries year after year?
We went from 14 games to 17 games. Now we're at 18 games. The NFL's expanding, and we're just like
14, 16, 17, about to be at 18. But this, to me, when I just sit here and think about it, this is the biggest thing. These owners are giving guys huge contracts, and when you sign the contract, it is guaranteed.
Yeah.
They want the load management because I cannot have Emmanuel Acho making $300 million out for the season.
Yeah.
So if you got to miss 12 games, I'd rather you miss 12 games in 82.
You're going to miss them.
And that is why.
Yeah.
And in football, it ain't guaranteed.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get hurt.
Yeah, if you want to.
Sad to say, but that's part of it. Because of the guaranteed contracts, they want to make sure that the best player is available all season.
Yeah.
That's why.
He cooked.
But again, that goes back to the league, though. Is the NFL right for not guaranteeing players their money based on injuries? It's a barbaric, very brutal sport.
Yeah.
Injuries are bound to happen. You shouldn't punish the player or penalize the player for missing games.
Achilles pop at the end of the season, bro, because they're doing the same exact step over and over and over again. Superstars of the game.
We literally had, what, 4 in the playoffs?
I'd rather Jason Tatum miss 10 games. I'd rather him miss a playoff series than watch him miss the entire playoffs and the next season
But to me,
because he pops an Achilles.
To me, what that is training staff learn how to adjust. Strength and conditioning learn how to adjust. Athlete learn how to adjust. It's not adjust the sport. Now, unfortunately, it's brutal, but here's what they do in football. I don't know if they do this in basketball. T, I'm going to hurt your heart because you're going to remember this. Somebody gets hurt in football. Move it up 10 yards. I've had a player with a fractured neck at practice, an ambulance come. We have to put him on a little gurney joint because you can't move when you fracture your neck. And all we did was blow the whistle, move practice up 15 yards, and this dude is getting his face mask on, and he's getting carted in a gurney to an ambulance, and we are practicing up 15 yards.
That happened to us, too.
That's crazy.
He was knocked out, concussion for about 15 minutes. We're down here. All we did was go to the other end and turned around. And the ambulance was taking him off. He never played again.
Scrape his ass off the field. We got to let him play.
We literally went
That's crazy.
Like, it was a good stoppage for about 10 minutes. And then, we got to finish practice.
We got to finish practice.
100%. We feel sorry for you, but we got to finish.
The dude I'm speaking of never played again either. Tight end. So what I suggest is football doesn't change for the athletes.
No.
Football just says
athletes, a tougher sport than
y'all better change.
Too. Yeah.
So basketball to me is like y'all can't change for the athletes. Tell the athletes to change.
To make the argument though, basketball has evolved so much more than football has over the same time period.
That's an ignorant argument, bro.
I don't think it is.
That's a wildly ignorant argument.
How? Expand on that,
please.
Basketball from the time you were in the NFL.
Yep.
From the time you got drafted to right now, completely different game.
So the NFL is also.
No, I understand. The time from when you got drafted to when Michael Jordan and them were playing, completely different game. The time we're further from the start of Michael Jordan's career than Michael Jordan's start of his career is to the beginning of the NBA. Now, think about that.
I hear you
like football has been a thing. Bro, Andy Reid's pulling plays from the damn 40s and stuff that he's finding on film and using it as
I hear you on the time of it all, but here's why I got to disagree with you so vehemently. And it was 1984 or 86 was Dan Marino became the first 5,000-yard passer.
Yes.
We did not see another 5,000-yard passer, I believe, until like Drew Brees in the early 2000s. And then now we see 5,000-yard passers, 4,800-yard passers. Dan Marino was the only one for about 20 years.
Yeah.
Football completely changed.
And the forward pass became a thing. RPOs,
people are running, sprinting, doing all types of stuff, and we just say, hey, athletes, adjust. Hey, linebackers, you can't be 250 anymore. Sorry, Ray Lewis. We need you to be 220. Hey, DBs, Cam Chancellor, you're extinct. There are no more Cam Chancellors.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bob Sanders can't play.
Yeah.
No more Bob Sanders. There are no more hard-hitting safeties. Safeties, you better be able to cover. There are no more, like, Micah Parsons is smaller than me.
Yeah.
And he's a defensive end.
There's no more.
The days of Reggie White, don't exist. You be a tackle. So I say that to say, like, football just says adjust, and we adjust.
Basketball does the same thing, though. There's no more only rim protector, no outside having bigs that are elite. I'm sorry, Shaq's game doesn't translate to what we have right now. Shaq, incredibly dominant.
You got a couple.
No, I mean, I understand, but where do they can play outside. They can play outside. Like the most dominant big men in the league are guys that are posting people up. Or they're not posting people up anymore. They're guys that are starting their actions at the top of the key. Yeah. Like it adjusts as well. You can't. Sorry, if you're a wing, you can't be just a rebounding type. No, you have to be able to play in space. You have to be able to shoot.
The NBA is in two sections. Star players and everybody else got to play defense. That's what it is. Either you Kevin Durant or you're a 3-and-D guy. There's no. That's what it is now.
Ooh, you got Shea,
you got Chet, you got Jalen Williams. Everybody else 3-and-D on Oklahoma City. Everybody else. Every team is like that. You got Luka, you got LeBron, and if you don't have a 3-and-D, you can't win. You got 2 star players, maybe 3. Everybody else is a 3-and-D, and when you got more than that, you the Celtics. That's what the NBA is now. 2, 3 star players. Everybody else is 3-and-D.
You gotta have 3 players on the floor that can hit threes consistently,
and they gotta play defense.
And you have to be. Yeah.
That's what the NBA is now.
But that's not new though. You had Mike and Scotty. You had Carl and Stockton.
But they won Stockton, John Paxson, because he played with Mike. you wouldn't consider him a 3-and-D guy. He was a 3 guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing no defense. It was a different game. And so when it's more money involved in it, the NFL, what they do? They don't even really practice no more. You don't hit no more. You can't touch the court. If I put my hand up and I just touch his helmet, it's a penalty.
Yeah.
You could decapitate a quarterback when you're playing.
Back in the day.
So because of the salaries that everybody's making, these owners said, man, we got to change these rules. We got to protect the players. Basketball is load management. Football is watch how you hit these guys.
And to T's point,
that's fair. Yeah.
what the NFL has done so brilliantly is, hey, y'all figure it out in practice to make sure that on Sunday y'all there. So like now you can't even go full pads after week 13, if I'm not mistaken.
Do you know you get X amount of padded practices
Period.
per year?
Correct.
And it's crazy because I was just on a Zoom yesterday. I don't know how I get these Zoom links, but it was a bunch of people in the NFL, head of officials, going over all the rules and things they changing and the penalties being called and what they want to emphasize moving forward at the end of the season, and player safety at the top. I mean, this Zooming was about 2 hours yesterday. And I was like, damn, how I get involved? And I'm looking at everybody that's in the meeting. I'm like, damn, I guess, okay, they like me in this. But it's the amount of money that is in professional sports. You are the investment. We got to make sure our investment is protected.